So we're going to have a look today at this tree, Alnus rubra, the red alder. And there's a few different things we can look at. If we start by looking at the leaves, we can notice that they're what's called doubly serrated. So they have these bigger teeth, and then the individual smaller teeth, the smaller serrations along the edge. So these little serrations, and then bigger serrations. So it's doubly serrated. You might also notice that the leaf veins are very strong and ladder-like. And if you flip the backside over, you can really see that ladder-like veining pattern of the leaf veins. If you look really closely at the leaf margin, you'll actually see that the edge is rolled under slightly. So this is a distinctive trait of the red alder, Alnus rubra, compared to some of our other alders like the Sitka alder. So really good to take note of that. We can also look at a few of the other features. So this one has the catkins that are ready for this spring. So these longer, thinner ones are the male catkins, which will open up and release pollen. And above us here are some of the female catkins. They look like kind of little cones. And you'll often see them once they've ripened. So these are unripened ones that are ready for next year. Here are some ripened ones from last year. They look like I said, like little brown cones, and they sometimes fall off and fall off onto other plants. So sometimes people get confused and think they're from a different plant, but they fall off quite easily on top of trees and stuff underneath them. So good to make note of where something actually came from. Another distinctive feature is the buds. So this is the bud. You can see it's very long and it's on this little stalk. So it's got a little stalk, and then there's the rounded, flattened bud. So we call that a club-shaped bud. So that's a distinctive trait, and you can find that even in the winter when these leaves are falling off, you'll notice the distinctive buds. If you look closely onto one of the ones that's across from me here, you can see that the bark is quite gray and has these white patches in it. So that's pretty typical of alder bark, these white patches and kind of a gray background. And if you cut down a tree, a red alder tree, and look at the inside of the bark, it's actually quite reddish in color, which is where it gets its name, Alnus rubra, the red alder.